Hello, and thank you for watching and listening to another episode of Unmedicated and Educated with Keita Rose. I'm Keita Rose, and here we deep dive, dissect, and sometimes diagnose. Because it seems everyone, including myself, I am not excluded, I have never excluded myself, has lost their damn minds. If you are new here, thank you so much for giving me a try. If you're an OG, then you already know what the is going on. Like, share, subscribe, talk shit in my comments. You know, tell me how you really feel. Y'all have been telling me how you feel, so much so that I had one lovely, beautiful YouTube supporter come to my Instagram and say,
"Hey, bitch! I see you looking cute on Instagram, making your little videos, but you haven't done a recap. So,
yeah, boy.
And see, you know what? That has never happened to me. So I felt a little slow. I'm talking like not fast, not a brisk walk. I felt really slow because I'm waiting for Love During Lockup to continue. They've only uploaded 8 videos. I was waiting June, July. I'm like, what the hell is going on? I really thought somebody got shanked or something happened up in prison and they had to stop. Cause you know, networks get a lot of slack when they keep rolling when some like real shit has gone down. So I thought somebody got shanked. Turns out, dummy, Love After Lockup is the continuation of Love During Lockup because the inmates can't stay locked up forever. So Love During Lockup was when the inmates were in jail, prison. Okay, the clanker, the big house. But Love After Lockup, they're with their loved ones after they were locked up. Who knew? Did y'all know that? So, sorry, my bad, okay? I don't want anybody to shank me. I don't want anybody to stuff a sock with some soap and beat my ass, all right? I'm gonna continue the recaps. This is season 5, episode 31 and 32. I decided to combine them both because the first one was just an introductory video. You know, they were just introducing us to all the inmates and the love bugs and the old and the new, and boy, oh boy, there are some couples that I absolutely miss, and I'm like, are they not together? What's going on? And there are some new couples that I'm like, oh man, I can't wait to watch them ride off into the cracked out sunset. So let's get started. This is my
reality
Episode 31 is called Do I Smell Like Jail? Episode 32 is called Runaway Fiance. So already I'm gonna combine the two. I'm gonna give you the new couples and their situations, right? Their situationships, their relationship. Let's get into it. So the first couple we see is Zeruiah and Troy. I'm gonna call her Zeruiah. It's been 2 episodes and I still don't know how to say the baby name. I'm gonna say Z. Z and Troy. So Z is a 32-year-old executive director, okay? She's a preacher's kid. The first episode starts off with her in a church, you know. They introduce us to her parents, their pastors, their bishops. They're very religious. She says that she's more so spiritual, and Troy, he don't want to talk about that God stuff at all. And they be lucky if he even show up. You know, because both her mother and father want him to not only show up and come to church, being that he's with their daughter, but they want him to lead praise and worship. And he says, you'll be lucky if I even show up. Oh, he seems like a lovely gentleman. Now, Z says that she had a very strict childhood, of course, being the PK, preacher's kid. She says she never get to go out. She never got to do anything. And that made her really attracted to bad boys, which I completely understand. You're locked up. You feel like you don't have any freedom. Your parents are super strict. So yeah, you look at the bad boy with the tattoos and you like, ooh, what's going on? I can understand that when you're 18, 22, 25, 26, 27, 31, 32. It's like, oh, you don't have a job. Maybe I see it differently. I think, oh, you don't have a job. We can't get a house together. I don't know if I'm thinking about like when I was 14 and I couldn't go to that party. So I snuck out with my, bad boy Troy and we did the nasty in the back of a abandoned building. I don't know. I'm just creating a scenario, but we're 30. Girl. So Troy is 29 years old and he was charged with possession of a weapon and attempted robbery. Again, what a gem. He's been in jail for 7 years and they've been now married for 5. So she decides to marry him whilst he's in prison. But don't worry, she knows he's the one because her baby daddy, the one that was before Troy, she's a mother. The one that was before Troy was his cellmate at one point. And Troy says that whenever he saw Z walk in that visitation room looking all good, he knew that that other man's woman was supposed to be his wife.
She makes me very happy, and she is a very, very beautiful woman.
I love this. I love shit like this. I think this is beautiful. I think love comes on all colors and all sizes. Oh, it's a joy to watch. So Z goes to talk to her friend Patrice. Patrice is like a spirit guide, like a tarot card reader. And so she's about to tell Z her future with Troy. She shuffles the cards. I don't remember the name, but boom, the penis of pain card falls out. Let me tell you something. When I want to know the future, when I want to know my future, I ask King Jesus. Long as I got King Jesus, long as I got him, don't need nobody else. I don't need no spirit guide. I don't need no tarot reader. Huh. I don't need no spirit. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't know. So basically, the card comes out and Patrice lets her know that they aren't compatible.
He really is building up that worry as if something's going to like shock him. He's going to find out news for no reason.
Troy has too much stuff to work on now. A bit of me believes that this is her coming out as a friend, Patrice coming out as a friend, more than a spirit guide, because we only saw one card and she didn't explain to us any of the cards and how she knows that Troy has too much going on, and she didn't even specify what too much was. But she says Troy got too much going on and they're not compatible. So Z starts crying.
I'm sorry, babe.
And she asks why. I hate when people ask why when you know the fucking obvious reason, but she asks why. And Z's like, because I love him and that's not something, I wanted to hear. And she's like, yeah. So they end that conversation and, Z walks outside. Troy calls her.
So how's your day going so far?
It's going okay.
How was your reading?
It was good.
He asked, how'd the reading go, baby? Like, what's going on? And she's like, it went fine. But she doesn't disclose that the spirit guide says that everybody, all the spirits, all the demons, all the angels, everything, the deities, all them people said they not supposed to be together. She left that part out. So he's going to be released soon, and she's just really excited to see her man. So Z is talking, and she's basically like, I'm so scared for my son. If my relationship don't work out, they've created such a bond. And I'm like, you know what? Sometimes women annoy me. And the reason I say that, one, because I'm a woman and I annoy my damn self sometimes, but two, because when we say things like that, we're really putting a lot of emphasis on how our child might feel if this situation were to happen, but you don't know that your son would be broken down because you're not with a prisoner that he never got to see. This boy has been on the phone with this man, or maybe during visitations, but it's not like this man, was at the hospital room and helped him ride a bike and, taught him about his first girlfriend or sexual experience, taught him about the birds and the bees. This man ain't never did Pokemon cards with the boy or sit down and play PS5 with the boy. Nothing like that happened. He was on the phone with your jailbird. You love him. You're scared of not having a family. We've got to stop projecting our feelings on other people and being like, well, I can't make this decision. It's the same I feel when women feel like they can't leave an abusive or toxic relationship because, well, my kids need to have a 2-parent household. No, deep down inside, that relationship is actually damaging your kid, but you don't feel confident raising your child alone, and you didn't sign up to be a single parent or to be a mother without a 2-parent household, to be a mother in a household by yourself. You want that happy family. You want that man in the house. You don't care what type of damage it causes to you or your kids. This is the happy ending you said you were going to have, and you're going to do your best to control the outcome. And that's sometimes what we do. We're going to fix the man, fix the situation, control the outcome, and we're going to say that we're doing it all for our kids who just want to see us happy and just want to go eat ice cream. That's what kids want, because kids are not really deep and invested in our relationships like we believe they are. And actually, it would do your child good, right? More good than harm, to see a healthy breakup. That way, when they're older, they'll be able to know that breakups shouldn't include stabbings, right? Shankings, shootings, throwing shit at the wall, punching, restraining orders. It don't gotta be that. It could just be, hey, we were aligned at once and now we're not. It was fun. We ran our course. Thank you. That's it. So moving along, we have Kim and Joey. Now, Kim is a 30-something teacher's aide, and Joey is a 39-year-old, and he is charged with breaking and entering.
I was charged with obtaining property by false pretense, identity theft, and felony larceny charges.
He will take your identity. You're driving down the road. No, you're not. You're really at Best Buy buying 5 TVs. That's Joey. Now, Kim's been married twice, right? And so I like to call her Kim Keeps a Man. Kim has been married once, and she met her second husband while she was still with her first husband. And now she's planning to get married to Joey while she's still legally married to Kenny, her second husband. Now, she has 2 kids, a 3-year-old and a 5-year-old, and I don't know.
Who the baby pappy? Are you the pappy? Am I the pappy? I don't know who Kim's baby daddy is.
Now she's with Joey and they're happy together, so it's a beautiful thing to experience and to watch. Joey discloses that he's been on opiates for about 2.5 decades, and one of his fears when it comes to getting out of prison, he's gonna be released very soon, like within the next week.
My problem is been doing opiates for 2.5 decades, on and off, you know what I mean? And now I'm gonna take medicine.
He doesn't know if he's gonna be able to like shake the drugs. And I'm like, well, you know what? Here's the thing. Opiates is one of them things. Listen, I don't try to judge people, and I understand that life is hard and we all get addicted to something, right? Like we all have vices. At one point in time, 2 bowls of mint chocolate chip really did it for me. I knew it was wrong, okay? I knew it was gonna stuff up my neck and stop my heart. I didn't give a damn because life was hard. So I understand addictions, but cigarettes, marijuana, alcohol, these are things that could get out of control. Opiates, heroin, meth, crack. These are some of the drugs that's like, you know what? You're probably gonna choose that drug over me, so I don't really wanna fight. Because if I have an addictive personality, so if I even taste crack, you best believe I'm picking my crack over your ass. You can walk out that door, right? So I try to stay away from hard ass shit, because I know I'll be scratching in a corner. Everybody's gonna be like, oh my God, I used to follow you, Keita. I really loved you. What happened? I'm gonna be like,
back up! I'm about to go get high. Back up. I don't care. I don't care if you used to watch me. I don't give a shit. Leave me alone.
So basically, Joey calls Kim up and he's like, hey, somebody hit me up and in a letter and let me know that you were hugged up with some other man. And she's like, well, I was at the bar and I took a picture with a friend and we were like hugging, you know. So yeah, it might have looked suspicious, but so what? Actually, I don't know if they were at the bar because it looks like they were a happy couple. I don't know where they were, but she basically says, I was with my friend. We hugged because we're not in prison. We're not gonna take, pictures side by side. We got close. We took the photo, but who is actually telling you this? So they're thinking about who could possibly have been the one to tell Joey what they told him, and they come to the conclusion that the anonymous letter might have come from his ex-girlfriend that has been trying to break them up for years.
Joey's ex-girlfriend from 20 damn years ago who can't get over herself or him, and she's actually the person who split us up the last time we were together.
So she was actually successful at one point in breaking up Kim and Joey. She said, hey girl, I'm a girl's girl. She hit her up on Facebook. She said, listen, I dated Joey. He's a terrible person. He does drugs. He sells drugs. He uses drugs. I think the same thing as does drugs. There's drugs all around him. He's a bad guy. You need to stay away from him. He cheats. He's bad. And come to find out, that was only her ploy to get Kim away from Joey so that she could still be with Joey. And my thing is, I'm petty as hell. You break me and my man up to be petty, and I see that you're now with this guy that you said was so bad. Well, guess what? I'm your sister wife, because I'm finna be all up in that mix for a little bit too, ho. Since you want to be funny, thinking you got rid of me, you ain't getting rid of nothing. What 2 things you can't get rid of, baby? A yeast infection and me. And you could probably get rid of a yeast infection easier. Okay, monostat that, oh. Kim's like, baby, you don't have anything to worry about. Listen, I love you. I'm not cheating on you. I don't know who that is, but nothing's gonna break us up. Love to see it. Strong bond. Prison strong bond. Love it. Moving along. So then they bring back my girl, Shonta. Remember Shonta from Love During Lockup? I want to see Teenie and Rob. I don't know what's going on. Anyways, if you remember from my last recap, Shonta is a restaurant owner. She's 35. And True is a 31-year-old inmate. He's been in jail since he was 18. That's 13 years, right? So he's never actually had a job or been in a real relationship or done any of that. Now, True says that he's not very attracted to black women. In fact, he's never dated black women. It's always been like Hispanic women or white women. So Shantae's gonna be his first black. I don't know why. So you know what? She's gotta represent. Go represent for us, girl. Let them, how us black women get down. Hold them down. So they get out of jail. And if you remember, Shantae and his family was kind of confused because True was telling both of them that he was gonna get out of jail and he was gonna go parole at their house. He was like,
Yeah, so basically I'm gonna get out and I'm gonna go stay with you. So make sure shit is very comfortable over there. And mama, I'm gonna get out and I'm gonna go stay with you. So make sure shit's very comfortable over there. Okay? All right.
and the family didn't really know, like, who is he gonna stay with? So basically the sister's outside, she's got her kids, everybody's really excited to see him. They go eat some good food, right? That's the first thing a prisoner wants to do, rightfully so. They want to go fill up their stomachs. He's excited. Now, True has been true to his word since he's been in prison. He said, I want to go to the casino. I want to go drink some alcohol. I want to go to the sex shop. I want to go bust down some ass. We're going to go have sex. Lots of it, too. So this is something he spoke about, he's dreamed about, he's yearned for, and it's finally happening now. So they go eat, and True's nephew is like, I'm so glad that you're here. I want to spend a lot of time with you. I really miss you. And it's a really beautiful moment, like a very sweet moment. So the sister's like, I really miss True. I love him. But if you remember from the last recap, both his sister and his mom told the judge that he was not going to change and that they did not want to swear on any Bible, on any paperwork, put their name down for anything that says that he's a changed person and they can vouch for that. And they're actually the reason why the judge decided to send looking at the sister and their relationship, it's like they're probably on the straight and narrow. They're very serious about being parents, very serious about upholding the law. They want to do the best for their kids. So yeah, they had to let True go, but now True's back and they want to see him do well. I think he has a very supportive and loving family, but the sister did go ahead and slide in a little, I call it a dig, because she was like, yeah, I'm very happy that my brother is out, but I do not believe that him and Shantae are going to work. And it's like, damn, did anybody ask you? Shit. So True basically says that his PO wants to see him, but he ain't really worried about all that because, he ain't committing no crimes. He was like,
Basically, if I don't commit no crimes or nothing, then they not gonna be mad at me and shit. So I don't gotta check in or do none of that shit that they saying I gotta do. I don't gotta follow the rules or nothing. Cause as long as I don't do nothing bad, they not gonna be tripping like that, man. I don't know why everybody tripping.
you're gonna go back to jail. Do what them damn people say. I don't understand. It's like I got in trouble for breaking the law. I got in trouble for not following the rules. So I'm gonna get out and then I'm not gonna follow the rules. And then I'm gonna be surprised and I'm gonna act like everybody is doing me wrong and then a white man is tripping and everybody need to get off my back when I go back to jail because I'm not doing the right thing. It doesn't make any sense. We then go to 27-year-old Hope and her boyfriend, her boo-boo, Arthur, who is 29. Now, Arthur got locked up for theft and evading arrest. He's been in prison for 6 years. Hope is a truck driver that has been financially supporting Arthur ever since he's been locked up. Now, they did have a short relationship for a month before he was locked up, but ever since then, Hope let him know that she can't go too long without sex. She's got to get her rocks off somehow.
I just wanted to be honest and upfront that I have needs, and those needs are I need to have sex. We agreed that I could have sex as long as it was just sex and no emotional attachment.
So basically, she's cheated on Arthur a lot of times. She even said that she had to create the illusion that she wasn't cheating at one point. I tell you, one thing women are, we're creative and clever, right? So we're not going to say, I'm going to lie to this man. We're going to say that we created an illusion that we weren't sucking somebody else's. Okay, hello. Arthur has been in and out of prison for 10 years and he's about to get released and she's very, very excited. Arthur also has a triangle tattoo on his forehead. I hope we get a backstory. Not sure what's going on there. Not sure why that's happening. Hope is another one that had a man, right, before she knew Arthur. Arthur and her man, her ex-man, happened to be Sally's. And you know what? Nothing is going to get in the way of these people being together, not even them being incarcerated with the boyfriend or the baby daddy or the husband of their current boo. And I love that. Love is strong. Love is to be fought for. You know what I'm saying? Even if I gotta fucking stab you in the neck for her. She's mine. I love her. Now, Arthur's mom has been waiting for him to get released, right? So we come upon the day where Arthur is going to get released, right? So Arthur's mom has been there since 10 a.m. just waiting. And Hope is taking her sweet time. She usually sleeps in her truck like most truck drivers do, but this time she got herself a little Motel 6 so that she can try to get cute. She gets cute. It takes 2 hours. I don't know. But she drives up to the place that Arthur is supposed to get, released at, and she sees the mom. She's very surprised because she's like, what are you doing here? The mom is like, I've been here since 10 a.m. It's 12 something. Where have you been? Like, I can't go and get my son because they're saying that he has to be released to you because he's paroling with you. So what's up? Like, why were you so late? And she's like, first of all, I didn't even know you was coming. Okay, boo? I just want to let you know. We didn't even know you were coming. I can be as late as I want. I'm here now. I'm about to go get my man. So yeah, anyway, they don't have a good relationship. So the mom is determined to change Arthur's mind. She knows that he wants to be paroled with hope, but she's hoping that he comes back to Las Vegas, where they're originally from.
I want my son in Vegas with me and his sisters and his brothers and his nieces and nephews.
Where all of their family is. And really, I think she's hoping that he leaves hope in the dust. Like, she says that he don't owe her nothing. So yeah, leave her. And I'm excited to see how that pans out. So next we have Julian and Christine. And Julian seems like this really sweet, fun guy. He's very vanilla. He doesn't do much. He doesn't really say much. He's just a happy-go-lucky guy. So it starts off with him being in a pet store. He's going to get a leash for his cat. I didn't know they made leashes for cats. Christine gets released in a day, and she is actually in prison for unarmed bank robbery. I ain't never heard that in my life, okay? Julian is a project manager. He's 46. Christine is 38, and she is an unarmed bank robber, which means I want the shit and I'm gonna take it, but I'm not a threat. So if you guys say no, I'll just walk away. But if you guys let me, I'm gonna take your shit. Julian's just very sweet. He's like, hey, listen, I've never been the guy with the hottest girl. And I'm like, you're still not. She's not the pick you think she is, Julian. I don't know if you're lonely or going through something. We need to talk about it, maybe in therapy, but that's not my business, okay? He was writing a novel where the woman in his novel, I'm guessing the love interest maybe, is on death row. I'm guessing he wanted to get some information about women in prison and different things. So he reaches out to her. So immediately they connect, and she's like, oh, I'm making out with my roommate right now. Like, how does that make you feel? And he gets very cold with her. He's like, that's not what I'm communicating with you for, and I don't like that. You don't have to tell me any of your goings-ons. And that made her feel like, wow, this is a real guy that doesn't just want me for sex. So yeah, I'm gonna, pursue this and see where it goes. So while Christina is in jail, Julian grabbed all of her things, and including her cat. That's her cat, not his, that he was buying things for. I think that total came up to like $100 or something. So he's got her things, and he's awaiting his beauty queen's release, okay? She says that she thinks that he's a really good guy. She's very excited to be in a relationship with a man like Julian. Even though he's Pentecostal and she's atheist, she thinks that it's going to be a bumpy ride, but she's excited to see what happens next. And so am I, Christine. Moving along. So then it goes back to True and Shonta. After they're done eating, she basically says, look in the trunk. I got you some cologne.
I'm trying to change clothes.
This got your cologne and stuff, so I'm pretty sure you're going to want this.
Which one smell good?
Got you some clothes, got you some new J's. She tells us that, she spent about $2,500 on True because, he's just getting out of jail. He's been in jail for 13 years, and she wants to make him feel special. Now, if you remember from the last recap, I think at one point she was demoted because of her dealings with an inmate. I don't know what her job was, but I know it was like a very, maybe a top secret job. She wasn't supposed to be dealing with no inmates, okay? So her involvement with him got her in trouble. Fast forward, she's fired. She don't have no job, and she spent about $30,000 collectively on True. So basically, they're starting to drive. They're going to drive to the Airbnb. She's renting out an Airbnb because she wants the night to be special. Come to find out, she's renting out the Airbnb for 7 days, and I did the damn math. I'm like, hold on. Even if the Airbnb was cheap, which it doesn't even look cheap, we're not there yet. We're at the sex store, but I'm stuck on this. Even if the Airbnb was $70, right? For 7 days, that's $500 that you don't have. And I doubt it was $70. This is ridiculous. So she rents out an Airbnb, but before then he wants to go to the sex shop because, True wants to get him some sex. He's excited. He goes to the sex shop. Now, I really didn't like the fact that he was constantly pushing sex on Shonta because Shonta let us know in the last, the season, the Love During Lockup, that The reason why she's really in love with True is because when she was sexually assaulted by her coworkers, he was there. So she's had past trauma when it comes to sex, and he keeps saying things like, I'ma hurt you, I'ma beat it up, I'm a monster when it comes to this, I'ma tear it up. And it's like, oh shit. This type of situation already scares me. I don't know what I'm doing. I haven't had sex in 4 to 5 years. I'm very shy, and you keep pushing it on me. Now, I do understand that he's an inmate, and I do understand that he's just getting out of prison, but at the end of the day, it's like, damn, you know what happened to her. So she might be triggered by some of the things that you're saying, and she might be scared. So just back off a bit, shit. So we go back to Joey and Kim, right? Kim's the teacher's aide. Joey's the guy that'll steal your life and your identity, right? Kim is going to get her nails done by her cousin Tatum, and she's very nervous because she has a couple of secrets to tell Tatum. Firstly, Tatum doesn't know that she's going to get a divorce from her second husband. Tatum also doesn't know that she's already dating somebody else. So she gets there and she's kind of trying to warm her cousin up, and she lets her cousin know that she's dating Joey.
What? Yeah, he's gonna parole to my house.
I am completely shocked.
And her cousin's like, well, I'm not very happy about this. And my first thought was, well, she probably loves you, you know, and like he's a criminal, he's in jail, and she just wants the best for you, so she's a little apprehensive. No. Joey and Tatum dated when they were 15, and they were together for a year. So Tatum wanted to know, did Kim always like Joey? Like, or did this just happen when they became adults? Kim's like, no, I always liked Joey, like even when y'all were together. And she's like, well, I know we weren't together long, but you know, a year is pretty big for a 15-year-old. And baby, yes, it is. When I was 14, I was in a 2-year relationship, and you couldn't tell me that we weren't going to get married and ride off into the sun together. 1 second. Shit, I miss you, ex. I'm just kidding. We tried to like reconnect when I was like in my, I don't know, early 20s. And we both were like, yeah, no, that was a high school fling or a middle school fling. But regardless, Kim has been liking Tatum's man ever since Tatum had her man. In fact, Kim even says that when they were together, Joey cheated on her with Kim. I don't know how to feel, because on one end, it's like, okay, we were 15, but on the other end, it's like, you're slimy. Like, you're one of those women. I don't care that they were young. I don't. If you're gonna do something like that to a friend, you're that type of person, and that's in your character, period. I don't care if you're 15, 14, 12. I ain't never thought to just do some shit like that. And I know a lot of y'all are gonna be like, well, weren't you on that MTV reality show? Big whoop, it was reality TV. Okay, y'all? Reality TV. Like what we're watching now, but less real. If you're gonna do that, you never break the girl code and do no shit like that, especially not to your family member. I don't care how old you were. So the cousin's like, yeah, all right, well, you know what? I'm not happy, but I guess if this is the path you want to take, there's nothing I can do about it. And I'm just scared that he's gonna get out and take all your baby's Christmas gifts and steal all of your shit. And you know what? A part of me feels like Tatum kind of wants to see something bad go down in their relationship, because she just found out that Kim is a slimy ass person. Period. So now we move on to Z and Troy. Her man, her husband, her guy that her son has been talking to over the phone is finally getting out, and everybody's excited. She's got the whole family, the mom, the dad, everybody is about to come out and see Troy. And I love that her family is so supportive. Like, I have a very supportive family, but I'd have to really beg my dad and mom to come and support me through some shit like that. Like, please come and see my prisoner when he gets out of jail and let him feel like he has a family with us. And still, I think that my dad would have an attitude the whole time. Like, I don't think that this is something that my dad would be able to do, but her family is really like, I can't wait. I'm excited. We're going to love him. We're going to shower him in an abundance of support and love and joy and family, and this is going to be great. So they pull up because they're about to pick up Z's man, and his parole officer actually hits up Z and lets her know that he has to be the one to pick up Troy, not the family, not her. And so she's like, well, what do you mean? And he doesn't respond. So Troy calls and she's like, babe, what's going on? And he's like, I don't know. The parole officer wants to pick me up and I don't even know why, yo. Do not let him pick me up and just take me anywhere. Nobody knows what's going on. Nobody in the jail has said that they've seen some stuff go like this go down before. I don't know where this man is going to take me. Do not let this man take me anywhere. So everybody's like, okay, well, we need to get close, see what's going on. Let's get in our car, get closer to the jail so that we can track down Troy's every move when the parole officer comes up and picks him up. I don't know what Troy did or what's going on. He says he doesn't have any active warrants. He says he has no holds on his account. So he doesn't understand why his PO needs to pick him up. This is how I know that I would not be a supportive jail wife or prison girlfriend. At that moment, when you tell me that you've got to pick that man up, I'm going to say, well, damn. Well, all of us, let's go eat and go to bed. Let's just go eat, go home, go get some rest, okay? We're going to regroup in the morning and figure out what to do. I'm not going to go on a high-speed chase trying to figure out where this man is taking you, and that's exactly what happened. Z, her mom, her dad, the guy that's in the car is driving to go see Troy, is driving to go chase down Troy. The PO has picked him up. He is zooming down the road. Everybody has to hit 70 on their speedometers to go follow this man because she wants to know where he is taking her husband. Hell no. Some women got it and some women don't. And baby, I don't got it. I don't got it in me. You tell me you're picking up that man. All right, well, let me know when you release him. Then I'll go pick him up. I don't know what to tell you. So now they go to the new destination. The family gets out and the dad is like, listen, that man has done his time and we are not taking no for an answer. You are going to release my son-in-law or we are going to make you release my son-in-law. And I love when people talk like that. You can't do shit. If those people say that man is never getting out, you gonna accept it. You're gonna do what everybody else can do, and that's accept it. You're gonna be mad, you're gonna huff and puff, you might even curse, but you're gonna walk the away accepting the fate of this man because there's nothing you can do about it. But I like when people talk all big and bad. You know, he ain't going to jail. You ain't gonna arrest him. He leaving with me. You have no authority over this. You have no jurisdiction. You have no power. There's nothing you can do about it. So then we go back to Julian and Christine. So basically, he's letting us know that she's in a prison that they call the Cupcake Prison because it's the same prison that Martha Stewart was in. It's very low security. If you want to walk out, they're going to get in the car, come pick you up, and bring your ass right back there. Nothing bad's going to happen to you. It's not a big deal. So Julian goes to pick up Christine, and she's very, very horny. Like, she really wants to do it. She's very excited for sex, and he's like, okay, hold on now. Okay. You know what I mean? Like, here's your cat. He looks like a very supportive, like, single father. He's like, here's your child. You're worried about sex, and here's your child. Here's your cat. Here's Mr. Mittens. Worry about Mr. Mittens, and look at this backpack that I paid $200 for Mr. Mittens. Stop worrying about that other shit. We'll do that later. And I just think Julian's the best, and I don't know why the sweetest, most loving, kind, considerate people get with who they get with. I can't really judge Christine because I don't know her. She might be a very amazing woman. She might have just made a mistake. Hell, she didn't commit armed robbery. She wasn't gonna hurt no damn body. So maybe she really won't hurt him. She says that she's really excited to get married to him. So I am quite interested to see how their relationship is going to play out. So then we move on to Hope and Arthur. Now remember, Arthur has a triangle on his head. He's triangle head man. And Hope is a truck driver, 27 Dallas, Texas. So they're about to go eat chicken wings. And he is so excited to finally have some good food outside of jail food. But he cannot keep his eyes off of Hope. He says she is thick. The way that he likes it. Okay, so while he's ready to eat it, she's ready for him to beat it. Both of them are very sexually flustered. So they go to sit down with his mom, and basically his mom is like, why aren't you coming back to Vegas? You know, I really want you to come back and see your brothers. I don't want to go back alone. And he's like, you're not going to be alone. You're with the rest of my family. And, you know, I really want to make things work with Hope. And she's like, you don't owe her anything just because she's been holding you down for the past 5 years financially. And Hope is like, well, hold on, where were you? Hope and Arthur feel like, you know, the mom wasn't here for the last stint, so what's up? But the mom is like, Arthur has been getting in trouble for 10 years, and for 10 years, ever since he was 17 years old, I've been holding him down. So yeah, you know, raising my other kids, going to school, going to work, I can't always fly down to Texas to be with Arthur and see him. But I've called him on the phone and I've sent money and I've done my job as a mother. And I don't really like the fact that y'all are kind of trying to make me feel like I'm a bad mom, like I just kind of abandoned him. She's like, nobody abandoning you. And so he starts crying at the table and he's like, I understand, Mom. So they hug. And she's like, you don't owe her anything. come back with me. And he's like, no, I'm sorry. I love Hope. And she has been holding me down. And I really think this relationship is going to work. So despite her sleeping with all the men, and I want to be with her. And so this is what it is. And so the mom admits that she's never seen her son take up for a woman like he's taking up for Hope. But she still don't like her. And she's still going to try, because she's got a couple of days. She leaves on Sunday. She's still going to try to convince Arthur to go back home and be with her and his family. So the mom asks Hope, like, where are y'all staying tonight? And she's like, in my truck. And I'm sorry, but I'm with the mom. Like, damn, you couldn't rent a room for a night so he can get a nice bed? He's going from a cell to a truck. But both of them are okay with it, so it's your party. You can do what you want. So last but certainly not least, we go back to True and Shonta. They are finally at that expensive Airbnb. As you can see, it looks like it was more than, I believe it was, I don't know where they are, but I believe it looks like it was more than $70 a freaking day. But she rents it out for 7 full days so that she can really enjoy her time with True and kind of cohabitate with him before they go back to her life, to her house, to her family. So, True's really excited for sex. He's like, I'm gonna hurt it tonight, baby.
Don't tell me no shit like that. Don't tell me no shit like that. I'ma hurt it. I'ma make you bleed. I'ma beat it up. You gonna be raw with bumps and pus after I'm done with it.
Hell no. I don't like that at all. Don't talk to me like that, but specifically, like I told y'all, don't talk to Shonta like that. She's uncomfortable. You can tell the cameras are there. She's not a sexual person. She hasn't had sex in years. It's just uncomfortable. He struggles, very, very, very much so struggles to pick her up and take her to the bathroom, where I thought he was going to put her on the sink and kiss her. Nope, drops her ass off right in that bathroom, and they're about to get, down and dirty. So the episode ends with Shonta waking up. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. They had sex. They had a great time. And True's gone. He left her. He ghosted her. I'm so excited to see what happens in season 5, episode 33. I don't know what's going to go down. Let me know your thoughts about all these crazy couples in the comments. Y'all, I am out of my mind, which is why I'm wearing my Out of My Mind tee. You can wear it too. Support the channel by buying the merch. Go on KitaSaid.com. Use code LOVEKITA for a little bit off and a free gift, because you know how I get down and you know how much I love y'all. We're going to keep these recaps going. And until next time, baby, I will holla.